everybody. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why motivation is actually a scam. What can we really use to experience that feeling of motivation way more often? The high dopamine, the drive, the desire. Okay, so we're going to use the word pursuit to describe that. Now, motivation, on the other hand, is going to be coming as almost pulses. We might watch a movie like Rocky and we're going to be really motivated to do 1,000 push-ups, or we might start talking to a girl and we're going to get really motivated to make ourselves really great, the best version of ourselves. We might, the summer's coming up, we're going to get motivated to get shredded, stuff like that. You want to get a car, you want to get a ton of money. Motivation, it's this feeling, it's a fleeting feeling. And sometimes even when we get the thing we want, our motivation fizzles out, or it even fizzles out as we're working towards it. And then what are we left with? So I'm actually going to say that pursuit, which is what we should be chasing. So that's going to be, you have a goal that you are chasing, but it isn't going to just be based on your motivation in that moment. It means that you are going to be chasing that goal every day, regardless of how you feel. All right. So you're going to find your goal. Let's say it's, you want to look good. Now you're going to have to make sure that you stay consistent with going to the gym, and then you should try to obsess over it. I think that obsession beats talent every single day. Obsession is everything. Try to fall in love with it. It says, I think Mike Tyson said, you do what you hate to do, but you do it like you love it. And you want to find something that you can do, just put your all into it, something that you know is going to make you the best version of yourself. So working out, learning a valuable skill, practicing how to talk to people, social maxing, sobriety maxing, basically anything that can give you an advantage in life. And I think it's so fun to try different things. Playing with our hormones, it can be very risky, but for me, starting to take testosterone exogenously, testosterone, the male hormone, gives me so much, desire, pursuit. It gives me new goals, and it gives me lots of dopamine when I chase my goals. So when I'm working towards something, I feel very good about it. So that's actually a great feeling for me, and for, I'm sure, lots of other people that do it. Then the other mindset shift that I had when I got on testosterone is this. I have no excuses now. If I'm literally boosted, if I'm enhancing my life like that, a performance enhancing drug, then I better be making the most of it. Ultra locking in. Wouldn't use it if I wasn't trying to make the absolute most of myself. So it's not just about the way that it changes my gains, it's about the way that it makes me feel. Testosterone mentally is a completely different thing. It's just crazy. Anyhow, then you can also try things like Adderall. Adderall is really good for tons of energy, tons of dopamine. So again, you're going to feel really good working towards your goals. So motivation. The one thing about Adderall is that it will shut down your appetite. I don't take Adderall right now, but I'm going to probably try to get on it soon. Adderall is good. And then some things that you should stay away from. Well, let me just tell you all the things that are helpful. So something else is modafinil. So this is 14 hours of just perfect, clean energy. Sometimes it's hard to sleep afterwards. Obviously, things like caffeine, nicotine. So just nicotine pouches. It's not going to be bad for your lungs like vaping or smoking. Nicotine pouches are chill, and it will give you a nice motivation and a good buzz as well, just a motivated buzz kind of feeling. You're very aware and awake. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that you shouldn't use now. So things that you shouldn't use for social maxing and life maxing is going to be weed. Weed is once I'm past with weed, once I'm completely done with that, I would be so much better off. And the problem is, I know that I would be, but it's just become such a habit. And it's maybe I just like the smoking aspect, but I'll stay away from that going forward. Just try to stay disciplined with that. If I make that my goal, then I will get it done. So that's kind of exciting to think about. But what weed does is it's just going to slow down all your thoughts. It's going to take away a lot of motivation. It's really good for making you feel like you're okay. reality, if you would be sober, you would probably find a lot more stress that you could like use to make yourself better. But weed just takes it all away. So good or bad things just kind of makes you numb and docile. It's kind of like catnip for people. Everything is chill. I'm just gonna chill around on this earth, wait around, not make anything of myself. I'm not gonna animate my body. I'm just gonna chill here, do whatever. So when you take out weed, then you can think clearly. I think we can make a lot more actionable steps and like real decisions about our life and where we want to be leading our lives. But yeah, just don't think that testosterone is going to completely change you like on its own. You need to have that desire for a mindset shift first, and you'll know that you want it, and then you can just keep taking actionable steps. Like, I know I just keep repeating myself, honestly, but you can make something work for sure. So let's get back up, and we're gonna get stronger, and it's gonna be time to lock in again, and we're all gonna have a much better life. I think clearly. We don't need weed. We don't need drugs, because those things are just going to be numbing like the reality that you're trying to escape. But in the end of the day, you're going to wake up the next morning in the same reality, and in a few years it could be a lot worse than it is right now. It could be a lot better if you went off of it. Can you imagine yourself? Because here's the thing, I drive around my city a lot because it's good for me to clear my head like that for some reason. And when I drive around the city, it's all familiar, and it's all places that I've been. So I start to think about what was I doing when I was here last year, and it makes me kind of nervous if I'm thinking, hey, I was probably still smoking weed, or I was probably gonna go meet up with a girl or take her to the park or like whatever. Like I used to be out like right here downtown. I don't want to pull out my phone, like, because if I get another ticket, I'm cooked. But like, I'd be out here downtown at like 3 a.m. just like walking around like super drunk with some like random chick, and they were always like just like such a waste of time, man. And I'm sure that I was a waste of time for them too. We're all bored at the end of the day. It's not like one of us has a great life and the other one doesn't. We're both bored as hell. We both are giving up our ambitions to chase instant pleasures and fleeting pleasures and instant gratification. It's not a good way to live, but we were all doing it. Me and her, me and all of them, everybody. Like, there's lots of people that would relate to this, I think. But anyways, the point I'm getting at is when I'm driving around the city, I like to think that I'm far better than I was last year, but sometimes what makes me nervous is that I'm not. So I've been smoking weed like for the last like 5 years now, literally. And that is kind of scary, because when I first started, I was in Colorado, and it's legal there. And I started it, and I was like, yeah, after this year of Colorado, I'll never need to use weed again. I'll never need to. I low-key forgot that it was legal in Canada. So I just remembered that as I was driving home, and I made the decision, yeah, I'm going to go buy a dab pen when I get home. Got home, got a dab pen, and I was like just so happy that I could get it in Winnipeg in Canada, but it was never really the same. The feelings that I chased from those highs in Colorado, like the highs in Colorado were just unbelievable, because I was in the mountains. I guess I was with my buddies. It felt so free because I didn't have to work. I was just on a full gap year. I was just doing nothing. I had free time all the time. I could go skiing, biking, hiking, snowboarding, go to the gym, go to the sauna, go to the pool. Like, basically I can do anything, anytime. And if I was high, it didn't matter, because it just made it a better experience for me. That was obviously when I was first introduced to weed, so you can imagine the weed was hitting a lot harder. Maybe in Colorado they have the best weed too, I don't know. But there was something about it that just was very memorable for me and really fun. And when I started smoking in Canada, I just never got those same experiences back. I never ever could. I've gotten super high in Canada, don't get me wrong, on lots of stuff. But okay, I guess like just for a long time I realized it wasn't the same. And now I was just chasing a feeling, and I was never going to get that back, because it was more like I was chasing a nostalgic experience. But now I'm far away from Colorado. It's a different place altogether. Stuff like that is what I consider, you know what I mean? Now, it's been like a while say I'm still young, like I'm 22, but it's too old for me to continue to like live in the same exact cycle year by year. Maybe by making motivational videos, I'll be able to motivate myself a little bit. It feels weird living in, kind of like I'm living on Groundhog Day. And yeah, things do go on and move on, but maybe I'm just so used to the state of mind that being sober feels like different to me now. I just don't want it to be too late, and we gotta stay locked in.